Welcome, you guys. We are here at the Autism Society of America conference. This is the 47th annual conference. We're here in New Orleans. I've got four amazing people here for you. I'm gonna turn it so that you can see. We have Elaine Hall from the Miracle Project. We have Dr. Stephen Shore. We have Shelly Christiansen, and we have Walder. Did I get the names right?
Correct.
These are the four heroes that I have here. I'm getting a wide shot so that we can see. We're talking about autism, about family, about faith, adulthood, and in particular the Miracle Project. We're thrilled to be here with all of you guys. I'm going to start with Elaine Hall, who's been a regular on the show forever. Elaine, I want you to tell me a little bit about this conference, what it means to you, in particular with these three people.
So, the Autism Society National Conference is one of the most wonderful events of the year. It's the conference I never miss because of the importance of honoring each individual, because I get to see my besties, all my besties here, and it's like,
you guys have been having a good time.
We've been having a good time. We've been gaining incredible information. We've been networking primarily with each other because we love each other. Building, all of us are going to be working together in different capacities. Shelly and I are doing inclusion work in faith-based communities, and Linda and I work together. The Daniel Jordan Fiddle Foundation helps with the Miracle Project for many, many years.
And we're going to have some exciting news for you that we're going to bring to you, Shannon, in the very near future about a groundbreaking program at Brown University, the Miracle Project.
Well, let's talk with you a little bit, Linda, because you just gave an award, and we covered that live. The Daniel Jordan Fiddle Foundation Award, and you gave it to Matthew Resnick. It was so inspirational. And we said that we were going to talk a little bit about adulthood and faith and inspiration, and this is central to the Fiddle Foundation and what you're trying to do and inspire people to what's possible with adulthood. What's your inspiration, and tell folks at home what you're trying to do?
Well, I think you mentioned faith, and I think that is the basis for all that we do as advocates, as organizations, and as individuals who are working in the autism community, because you have to have a faith in the potential of people, in their abilities to be part of the community and contribute to community. And by the same notion, the community has to have faith in individuals, and we have to open our doors. So the Daniel Jordan Fiddle Foundation, for almost 17 years, we've been, banging on doors, and some doors easily open, and some take a good push. But, that's what I also view this conference as about. But, there's faith communities, if we're talking about communities of faith that also inspire us individually, then we also want to make sure those communities of faith open their doors to individuals diagnosed with autism and also their families. Because, as I mentioned previously to you in a side conversation, if individuals are not invited into and they're not welcome and they can't be who they are in their faith community, then their families are not welcome. So it's really bigger than just individuals who have a diagnosis of autism. It's about the whole community at large. And, we have to be respectful of that. And I also said this morning, and your viewers might have seen this in the presentation, it is a matter of human rights, because we all have a right in this world to be who we are and to be accepted for who we are. So I think that's a cornerstone.
Absolutely, and thank you. And Shelly, you've been working on this for a while. In fact, you and Elaine had just been to the White House recently. Talk a little bit about what you feel about adulthood and faith and what you're trying to do.
Well, first of all, when I started this work 15 years ago in my own community of Minneapolis, I met a woman who had been struggling to become part of her own faith community for 14 years. And every time she called, the congregations would say, sorry, we don't have people like you here, we can't support you, we can't serve you, we can't help you. And when I met her, the first thing I said to her was, "What's important to you?" And she looked at me and she said, "All I've ever wanted was to belong." Belonging is the theme. Belonging really is what we're trying so desperately to convey to faith communities and to professionals in faith communities, as well as to parents and self-advocates. Oftentimes congregations think about children and providing educational opportunities for children, but the truth is children grow up, and I know as a parent of an adult son who is on the spectrum that when he was in religious school, we never struggled. Why did we never struggle? Why did he never struggle? Because they got the concept of belonging, and they treated him like they treated everyone else in terms of supporting him to be a member of that community, to be a contributing member, to bring his gifts and strengths to his community. And so when I started working in the field, it was shocking in some ways to realize that our congregation was probably one of the very, very few that got it, that supported people, that weren't afraid to welcome somebody who lived with autism or any number of disabilities. And now, really, with the prevalence of autism, congregations are going to see more people coming through their doors, and it's and I'm going to be harsh here, it's almost a travesty to think that faith communities, which are grounded on welcome, on hospitality, on the gifts and strengths that we're all created in God's image, which essentially is the Reichstag, to be able to gatekeep and turn somebody away because of a disability is so inconsistent. And so our work, and now Elaine and I are starting to work together. We're very, very excited.
Partnering to bring
an online course called From Longing to Belonging, which will be available later this year. We want to teach congregations as well as self-advocates, as well as parents, grandparents, family members, that inclusion, participation, belonging is a right of someone who chooses to be there. So we're very excited about that, and we've got our work cut out for us.
But it's doable. And before it gets too loud, I want to go to Dr. Stephen Shore, because the session is letting out now, so it's getting loud in the exhibit hall. But Dr. Shore, you are such an inspiration to so many people, and we're so thrilled to have you here at the conference. And I wondered if you'd take just a minute to talk about faith in your life and how it enriches your life, and why it's so important for adults who are on the spectrum.
Well, it is so important, just riffing off of what has been said before me, the idea of belonging, which actually makes the idea of inclusion obsolete.
Yep.
Yay.
And what I mean by that is so often inclusion is thought of something that has to be done after everything else is planned out, and then we got to add the inclusion thing on top. And really what we're looking for is that people are included as they are. And what I find interesting on that is that we're already beginning to see that happen. For example, at the Chabad on campus at Delphi University, I haven't done an official count, but it seems like about half of the student members are on the autism spectrum. Half of the students have Asperger's syndrome. And it's not something that's being done special by the Rabbi Yanko Lipsker, to be specific, but it's more just, it's the atmosphere. It's the concept of acceptance. Come as you are, and let's all work together to make the world a better place.
Wow, such inspirational words. And I know you've got to go speak. What is your topic that you're speaking on?
Well, speaking of belonging, people on the spectrum belong in employment, belong in work as well.
Yes, amen to that.
I'm going to talk about some work a colleague and I have done, Robert Nassif in particular. He and I, along with the collaboration of Specially Stern and the log software company SAP and various others, in helping individuals on the spectrum learn the soft skills that are necessary to work in the information technology arena. However, what is also important to keep in mind is that not all of us are IT geeks. And my question is, all well and good for those of us who are IT geniuses. However, what about everybody else? And everybody needs to belong. Everybody needs to work for a living, and that includes all of us.
Absolutely. Amen to that. Elaine, we're going to end with you talking a little bit about Miracle Project and some of the things that you've got going on right now that help with all of these things.
I think one of the critical components is, in order to belong, everyone on the spectrum, and I like to think all of us are on the spectrum somewhere, we all have to be able to embrace those things inside of our own being that we find unacceptable. Because when we embrace our own personal challenges and love ourselves profoundly, then we naturally will open our doors to others. And true belonging comes from accepting our own selves, accepting another, and not being afraid to embrace those who experience the world differently. In the Inclusion from Within and Inclusion Innovations, we're preparing communities to open their own hearts to their own differences and make belonging an essential component of every organization. That has been the cornerstone of the Miracle Project, our theater program, for many, many years, where everyone belongs. Theater is a great equalizer. People sing, dance, act, create together, and we're expanding that to now bringing it into faith communities. So there's our online course that we're doing together, and we're also going to be doing a training at Brown University. That's a surprise we'll tell you about in a couple of weeks, and we're just moving forward.
Okay, so really quickly, where can people go for more information? Elaine, give us a website.
TheMiracleProject.org.
Okay, where else can we go for
The
more?
DanielJordanFiddleFoundation.org.
InclusionInnovations.com.
And my website, www.autismasperger.net.
Fabulous. And we're going to be back with Autism Live with more live interviews from the conference coming up soon.